Have you ever wondered why some people seem to age gracefully while others struggle with their health in their 70s and 80s? The stark reality is that many Americans don't make it past 82, but it's not just about genetics or luck. There are specific patterns and behaviors that either accelerate aging or help us thrive in our golden years. Today, we're going to explore the hidden factors that could be silently shortening your lifespan, and more importantly, what you can do about it right now. Whether you're 65 or 75, it's never too late to make changes that could add years to your life and life to your years. If you've reached your 60s or beyond, you've likely witnessed friends and family members face unexpected health challenges. Perhaps you've noticed how some contemporaries seem vibrant and energetic, while others appear frail and tired. This isn't random. There's a science behind healthy aging, and understanding it could be the key to your longevity. The difference between those who thrive past 82 and those who don't often comes down to daily choices they made years, even decades earlier. The hidden epidemic, social isolation and its deadly consequences. One of the most overlooked killers of elderly Americans is something that might surprise you. Social isolation. Dr. Margaret Thompson, a geriatrician at Boston Memorial Hospital, has spent 30 years studying aging patterns in Massachusetts communities. Her research reveals that loneliness can be as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. When we examine the lives of people who don't survive past 82, social isolation appears as one of the strongest predictors. Consider the story of Robert Martinez, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Phoenix, Arizona, after his wife passed away 3 years ago. Robert gradually withdrew from his community activities. He stopped attending his weekly bridge club, declined invitations from neighbors, and spent most days alone in his house. Within 18 months, Robert developed high blood pressure, his memory began to decline, and he required multiple hospitalizations. His doctor noted that Robert's physical decline accelerated dramatically after he became isolated. Social isolation affects our bodies in ways we're only beginning to understand. When we lack meaningful social connections, our stress hormones remain elevated, leading to chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation attacks our cardiovascular system, weakens our immune response, and even affects our brain function. The elderly who maintain strong social networks, like those in active senior communities in Florida retirement towns, consistently show better health outcomes and longer lifespans. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires intentional action. Join local senior centers, participate in religious or community organizations, or consider moving to active adult communities where social interaction is built into daily life. Even something as simple as regular phone calls with family members or weekly coffee meetups with neighbors can provide the social connection your body needs to thrive. If you're finding value in this information, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more life-changing content about healthy aging. The silent killer, sedentary lifestyle and muscle loss. The second major factor shortening lives past 82 is the devastating combination of inactivity and muscle loss, medically known as sarcopenia. Starting around age 40, we begin losing muscle mass at a rate of 3 to 8% per decade by age 70. This loss accelerates dramatically unless we take specific action to prevent it. Helen Richardson, an 84-year-old from Denver, Colorado, provides a powerful contrast to this trend. 5 years ago, Helen could barely climb a flight of stairs without becoming winded. Her doctor warned her that her sedentary lifestyle was putting her at serious risk for falls, fractures, and cardiovascular disease. Instead of accepting this as inevitable aging, Helen joined a local senior fitness program at the Denver Community Center. Today, Helen walks 3 miles every morning, participates in twice-weekly strength training sessions, and recently completed a charity walk for diabetes research. Her bone density has improved, her balance is excellent, and her energy levels rival those of people 20 years younger. Helen's transformation illustrates how movement can literally add years to your life. The research is clear on this point. A study published in the Journal of American Geriatrics followed 10,000 Americans over age 65 for 15 years. Those who engaged in regular physical activity, even light exercise like walking, had significantly lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. More importantly, they were 60% more likely to live past 85. The key is starting where you are, not where you think you should be. If you've been sedentary for years, begin with 10-minute walks after meals. Add simple strength exercises using your own body weight or light dumbbells. Many community centers across America offer specialized fitness programs for seniors, often called Silver Sneakers or similar names. These programs are specifically designed for older adults and provide safe, effective ways to rebuild strength and endurance. Remember, it's not about becoming an athlete at 70. It's about maintaining the mobility and strength you need to live independently and enjoy life. The nutrition factor. How poor diet accelerates aging. The third critical factor affecting longevity past 82 is nutrition, specifically the gradual decline in diet quality that many Americans experience as they age. This isn't just about eating too much fast food. It's about the subtle nutritional deficiencies that slowly weaken our bodies over time. Take the example of William Johnson, a 73-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia. After his retirement, William fell into a pattern of convenient but nutritionally poor food choices. Breakfast became toast and coffee. Lunch was often a microwave meal, and dinner might be takeout from the local diner. Within 2 years, William developed anemia, his immune system weakened, and he experienced frequent bouts of fatigue and confusion. William's story is unfortunately common among American seniors. As we age, our appetite may decrease. Cooking for 1 or 2 people can feel like too much effort, and fixed incomes may limit food choices. However, proper nutrition becomes even more critical as we age. Not less important. The aging body faces unique nutritional challenges. We absorb vitamins and minerals less efficiently. Our metabolism slows, and we may need different ratios of nutrients compared to younger adults. Protein needs actually increase with age to prevent muscle loss. Yet many seniors consume less protein than they did in middle age. Break. Consider the transformation of Dorothy Williams, a 79-year-old from Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2 years ago. Dorothy's daughter noticed her mother was frequently tired, had little appetite, and seemed to be losing weight, instead of attributing this to normal aging. They consulted a nutritionist who specialized in senior health. The nutritionist discovered Dorothy was consuming less than half the protein her body needed and was deficient in several crucial vitamins. Together, they developed a simple but nutritious eating plan. Dorothy learned to prepare protein-rich smoothies for breakfast, incorporated easy-to-prepare fish and legumes into her meals, and began taking targeted supplements to address her deficiencies. Within 6 months, Dorothy's energy returned, her muscle mass stabilized, and her overall health improved dramatically. She's now an active volunteer at her local library and regularly travels to visit her grandchildren across the country. The lesson here is that good nutrition after 60 requires intentional planning. Focus on nutrient-dense foods rather than empty calories. Incorporate lean proteins like fish, eggs, and beans into every meal. Include plenty of colorful vegetables and fruits, which provide essential antioxidants to fight inflammation. Consider working with a registered dietitian who understands the unique needs of older adults. Leave a comment below telling us about one nutritious food you're committed to eating more often. We'd love to hear from you. The medical management crisis, preventive care versus reactive treatment. The fourth factor significantly impacting longevity is how older adults manage their health care. Too many Americans adopt a reactive approach to health management, waiting until problems become serious before seeking help. This approach often leads to preventable complications that can shorten lifespan. Consider Charles Thompson, a 71-year-old from Houston, Texas. Charles prided himself on rarely visiting doctors, viewing it as a sign of strength and independence. He ignored early warning signs of diabetes, irregular heartbeats, and changes in his vision because he felt basically fine. By the time Charles finally sought medical attention, his diabetes had progressed to dangerous levels, affecting his kidneys and eyesight. Contrast this with Margaret Davis, a 77-year-old from Portland, Oregon. Margaret schedules regular checkups with her primary care physician, follows through on recommended screenings, and actively monitors her blood pressure and cholesterol at home. When tests revealed early signs of osteoporosis, Margaret immediately began appropriate treatment and lifestyle modifications. Today, she remains active and healthy, with well-managed risk factors that would have become serious problems if ignored. The difference between these approaches is profound. Preventive care allows for early detection and management of conditions that, left untreated, can significantly shorten lifespan. Regular screenings can catch heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and other serious conditions when they're most treatable. Many older Americans avoid regular health care due to cost concerns, fear of bad news, or simply habit. However, Medicare covers many preventive services, and early detection almost always costs less than treating advanced disease. More importantly, early intervention can mean the difference between managing a condition successfully and facing life-threatening complications. Successful aging requires becoming an active participant in your healthcare. This means keeping regular appointments, following through on recommended screenings, taking medications as prescribed, and communicating openly with healthcare providers about symptoms or concerns. It also means finding healthcare providers who understand the unique needs of older adults and who view you as a partner in maintaining your health. The mental health component, depression and cognitive decline. The fifth critical factor affecting longevity past 82 is mental health, particularly the interplay between depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline that many older adults experience, but rarely address directly. Mental health challenges don't just affect quality of life. They can literally shorten lifespan through their impact on physical health and self-care behaviors. Patricia Anderson, a 74-year-old retired nurse from Miami, Florida, began experiencing mild depression after a series of losses. Her husband passed away, her best friend moved to be closer to family, and health issues forced her to give up driving. Initially, Patricia attributed her low mood, decreased energy, and loss of interest in activities to normal grief and aging. However, Patricia's untreated depression began affecting her physical health. She stopped preparing nutritious meals, canceled medical appointments, and gradually withdrew from social activities. Her blood pressure increased, she developed sleep problems, and her memory began to decline. What started as understandable sadness was becoming a serious threat to her longevity. Fortunately, Patricia's daughter recognized the warning signs and encouraged her to speak with her doctor. Patricia began working with a counselor who specialized in grief and aging, joined a support group for widows, and gradually rebuilt a meaningful life. Today, she volunteers at a local hospital, has developed new friendships, and describes herself as different than before, but content and hopeful. Research consistently shows that untreated depression in older adults increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and premature death. Depression affects immune function, increases inflammation, and often leads to neglect of self-care behaviors that are crucial for healthy aging. Yet depression is not a normal part of aging and is highly treatable at any age. Cognitive health is equally important. While some changes in memory and thinking are normal with aging, significant cognitive decline is not inevitable. The brain remains capable of forming new connections and adapting throughout life, a phenomenon called neuroplasticity. Activities that challenge the mind, maintain social connections, and provide a sense of purpose all contribute to cognitive health. James Miller, an 81-year-old former engineer from Seattle, Washington, provides an excellent example of active cognitive maintenance. After retirement, James worried about keeping his mind sharp, so he enrolled in community college courses, learned Spanish, and began volunteering as a math tutor for high school students. He also plays chess regularly and does daily crossword puzzles. Neuropsychological testing shows James's cognitive function is actually better now than it was 5 years ago. The key insight is that mental health requires the same intentional maintenance as physical health. This includes staying socially connected, engaging in meaningful activities, continuing to learn new skills, and seeking professional help when needed. Depression, anxiety, and cognitive concerns are medical issues that respond to treatment, not character flaws or inevitable aspects of aging. Share this video with someone who might benefit from this information about healthy aging. Environmental and lifestyle factors. Creating a longevity supportive environment. The final category of factors affecting longevity involves the environmental and lifestyle choices that either support healthy aging or accelerate decline. These include everything from where you live to how you structure your daily routine. Housing and living environment play crucial roles in healthy aging. Consider the difference between Thomas Wilson, a 76-year-old living alone in a 3-story house in rural Nebraska, and Mary Garcia, a 73-year-old living in a senior-friendly community in Arizona. Thomas struggles daily with stairs, yard maintenance, and isolation from services and social contact. His living situation increases his risk of falls, limits his access to health care and groceries, and contributes to social isolation. Mary, by contrast, chose to relocate to an active adult community designed for people over 65. Her single-story home requires minimal maintenance. She has easy access to fitness facilities and social activities, and healthcare services are readily available. Mary's environment supports her independence and provides multiple opportunities for social connection and physical activity. Sleep quality represents another critical but often overlooked factor. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It affects immune function, cognitive performance, and even longevity. Many older adults experience changes in sleep patterns, but good sleep remains essential for healthy aging. Frank Robinson, a 79-year-old from Denver, Colorado, transformed his health by addressing his sleep problems. For years, Frank accepted frequent nighttime awakenings and daytime fatigue as normal aging. However, when he mentioned his sleep issues to his doctor, they discovered Frank had sleep apnea, a potentially serious condition that was preventing restorative sleep. After beginning treatment with a CPAP machine and making some lifestyle adjustments, Frank's energy improved dramatically, his blood pressure decreased, and his mood and cognitive function both improved. Frank's experience illustrates how addressing seemingly minor issues can have profound effects on overall health and longevity. Substance use patterns also significantly impact longevity. While moderate alcohol consumption may have some health benefits, excessive drinking accelerates aging and increases the risk of multiple health problems. Similarly, smoking at any age dramatically increases health risks, but quitting provides benefits even for people in their 70s and 80s. The good news is that lifestyle factors are within your control. You can choose to create an environment that supports healthy aging through careful consideration of housing, daily routines, sleep habits, and substance use. These choices, made consistently over time, can significantly influence whether you thrive past 82. Living past 82 isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Every factor we've discussed today, from social connections to nutrition to healthcare management, works together to either support vibrant aging or contribute to premature decline. The choice is largely yours. Remember Robert from Phoenix, who withdrew after his wife's death, or Helen from Denver, who transformed her health through exercise at age 79. Their stories illustrate that it's never too late to make changes that can dramatically improve your health trajectory. Whether you're 65 or 75, the decisions you make today about social engagement, physical activity, nutrition, healthcare, mental health, and lifestyle factors will influence your longevity and quality of life for years to come. The path to living past 82 with vitality and independence requires intentional choices and consistent action. It means prioritizing social connections, even when it feels difficult, maintaining physical activity appropriate for your current fitness level, Eating nutritiously even when convenient options seem appealing. Engaging proactively with healthcare rather than waiting for problems to develop. Addressing mental health concerns with the same seriousness as physical symptoms. And creating a living environment that supports rather than challenges your independence. These aren't dramatic changes that require complete life overhauls. They're thoughtful, sustainable adjustments that respect where you are now while moving you toward where you want to be. Small, consistent changes compound over time to create profound differences in health outcomes and longevity. Take a moment to comment below with one specific change you're willing to make this week to support your healthy aging journey. Your future self will thank you for the investment you make today.